Hey everyone, welcome back. It's another turn resolution of War in the Pacific Admirals Edition. It's Friedrich, Friedrich 2, um, as the Allies. My opponent TF 1377 is Japan. Oh, what are we gonna have going on for us today? And let's assume it's all going to be great, right? Mark 14s are going to explode. Everything is going to be in our favor. So that's not going to happen, but hopefully good turn. We'll see. We do got an attack at Cooktown. Let's see how that goes. All right, S-35 decides to fire at a destroyer for some reason. But besides that, these are the Mod 2 depth charges, which means they won't explode above us, but it looks like he only fired off a couple before. Oh, nope, he's firing off some more. We believe it said damage. We did take near miss damage there. Nope, no hits are okay. I guess this is why we fired. We saw a battleship. Is he okay? Is this his carrier group and he's leaving the area? So, if that's the case, he came down, raided us, bombed, destroyed some of our transports, and then left. Now I don't see carriers here, but I don't know. That's strange. He's got like tons of aircraft. He certainly could have harmed our carrier fleets. Hmm. All right, we got the usual sweeps. Now, in this case, we're actually okay. Yeah, we got sweeps over Prome. That's why we're not flying our hurricanes over here. This is unexpected. He hasn't bombed Rangoon for a long time. I'm gonna push through this because I don't know how long this air-to-air will take. But this is the time to have my hurricanes. It's just who'd have thunk, right? Okay, we got 4 of his Bettys. He's getting into our runway. Let's see. We didn't lose any aircraft, not on the ground or in the air. According to this, we'll know for sure later. But the airfield did take some damage. And you can bet I'll put bombers. I'll rest the bombers and I'll just put my hurricanes on. Okay, that's what happened. He sent the sweep in, but it came too late. Oh, they kept coming. Oh, wow. Oh, I see. He's sweeping. Why were they coming in waves? That was weird. 26. Okay, maybe he has. I don't know what's going on here. But man, those Tojos are good. I'll have to get some. Well, for sure, I'll have to get my hurricanes up. All right. Well, he's not. What's the word? All right. We've. Okay. This is gonna be bad. Okay. Now he did take a lot of damage to his bombers. I'll tell you, the moderate rain is helping us. Yeah, I'll have the hurricanes flying next time. Alright, I'm not capping this anymore. In fact, I'm pulling back my raiders, and I'm going to stop dropping engineers. And we're just going to get some work the base up if we can. I meant fortify it so that we can hold it better without getting wrecked by bombing. Also, it'd be nice to get the airbase level up to 1 so we can get some fighters in there. Alright, 50 bombers did a little bit of damage. 50 B-17s to be exact. Okay. Severe storms, this won't do anything. Yeah, this is a port attack. Man, I'm not impressed with his bombing raids, and it's light rain. Come on, guys. Okay. Ah, we destroyed a Mavis. Snoopy little Mavis. Okay, we got the ground action going on here. All the Chinese bombardments. Get through them. And the Batavia bombardment. Okay. Here's our deliberate attack at Cooktown. Okay, we reduced fortification to 0. This gave us a 1-to-1. I thought we had a 2-to-1 with Fort Level 1 a few turns ago, but that's fine. We now have it down to Fort Level 0. He shouldn't be able to get up again, not with our bombing. And let's take a look at how bad this was for us. He had the terrain in his advantage. Preparation experience were a malice. He lost 1,654. Outright 27. Well, basically, we'll say roughly half a division worth of troops disabled or destroyed. 27 squads. Let's see, 29. 36 destroyed devices. I hope ours isn't any worse. The disabled isn't that great, but let's just keep going down. Okay, not bad. We lost half of the troops, but this destroyed 21. That's insane. However, they did their job. They destroyed the fortifications, and we'll just rest and recover. So we lost essentially the same amount of device as well. Okay, not quite. He lost 36. We lost 27. But disabled is way less, and our AV should not be as damaged as his. But again, we'll get back to bombarding and see if that's you know, roughly 1200 and how low that is after we do this. So let's just continue on. But yeah, it's just a matter of time, I think. We'll just hammer it every so often until we beat it down enough to not take so many casualties. But now that he has fort level 0, maybe we can just attack a bit more frequently. Maybe we'll do every other day. We'll see. I'll do one bombardment this coming turn, and we'll go from there. And it looks like that's about it. A couple of bases expanded, but nothing stood out as extraordinary. And I guess we'll look at air losses because of how crazy this turn was. But then we'll jump into August 16. A couple of things. We get a Dutch air unit. Okay. All right, real briefly, let's look at this. I lost 24 aircraft, 12 air-to-air, 12 ops. He lost 18, 10 air-to-air, 8 ops. See what they were. So we lost, as I could have guessed, 16 P40s. That's pretty devastating, honestly. He lost 9 zeros in 16 including 4 ops. He lost 9 including 4 ops. He did lose a lot of Bettys and no Sallys, surprisingly. And on our side, we lost some B-17s and Blenheims to ops. Man, we lost a lot of stuff. He did lose an Oscar, and that Mavis we shot down, our cap did, and then we lost a few other items, single aircraft. Let's see. We did lose 2 killed pilots. That's unfortunate. 6 wounded. Don't know for sure when they'll come back, if at all. Let's see if any ships show up. We can say last month and do sunk date and just kind of see if something shows up here that we weren't aware of. I think we're aware of some of these things. The Asagao. These things were bombed, yeah, near Tulagi. That wasn't as successful a raid as I would have liked, but it is what it is. Moving on, I'll just kind of end it here and we'll jump right into the 16th. Thanks. All right, pardon me. Welcome back. We're here watching the August 16th turn. That is, of course, 1942. See what happens this time. So Sea Raven fires certainly an expected dud. No surprise there. The I-32 there off Colombo. These motor launches have ASW, but for some ASW rating, but for some reason they're not doing anything. Now I don't know if if it has to do with their capacity to. Basically, I don't know how to utilize the ASW assets these carry. And he's coming in to bombard Rangoon. Now, I don't know if it's to damage the base, damage the aircraft, or the troops, or the supplies, for that matter. Or maybe all of the above. I will say, we have level 6 fortifications here, and I actually turned off building. So really, damaging the base does nothing. Now, I guess, in a way, it damages the air capacity and ability to fly. So there's that. We'll see how that plays into what happens next. See runway hits and airbase hits. But, yeah, the rest of this is just... you know what? I just realized the industry. I need to make sure the repair is turned off. because I don't need to waste supplies on that. Okay, the I-31 here, near Luganville. See if we can get any hits on this sub. All right, well, I guess not. All right, we're sweeping here at Mandalay, the daily sweep. All right, so this turn I moved Hurricanes. I moved the P-40s out and Hurricanes in. Flew at various levels because I didn't know where he was going to come in with his bombers at. These Tojos fly in really high, so we're going to try our best to fight them off. Maybe if I had all of these flying up the highest they could, that would help. I forget which one. I think it's the 2Bs or 2As. The 2As I have up there, and the rest of these have to climb to help out. I'm going to push forward. This is a lot of aircraft, and we have a lot as well. Let's see how we do. All right, now I don't know how many we lost or how many he lost, but according to the stats here, he lost 2, hopefully more than that. We lost 7, and hopefully not much more than that. So, and his bombers flying over Yan'an, beating up that base, which again, I'm not building up, and I have no supplies there to build up anyway. Then he has Oscars flying in, and our Hurricanes are already fatigued, and again flying at various levels. So let's see how we do here. And plus he brought in 39. That's a lot. And by then we're okay. The numbers here are even worse. I'm not sure. I thought the Hurricanes were good. Now, so I don't understand how they can't fare very well. And they were only sweeping at 20K. I'm not 100% sure how ours failed so poorly, so miserably. I mean, it could be the fatigue only, but he's been flying sweeps 2 turns in a row. He should have a little bit of fatigue himself. I don't know. I don't understand. Sometimes we just get chewed up, and sometimes we wreck him. And by now we only have 3 aircraft left to handle this fly through. So we do shoot at a couple of sallies, get right past his escort. We take out 1 sally. The 14 damaged are probably from flak. Yeah, I don't know. That was just such a bad air operation. Don't even know what to do with that. Alright, he keeps bombing Rennell Island. The troops there are getting beat up. I'm probably going to have to pull them out. And in fact, he destroys 4 non-combat squads. Alright, we're bombing, what is that, Portland Roads. And it's clear skies, and looks like 78 runway hits, 15 airbase hits. That's not a bad day. All right. Yeah, we're still sweeping Mandalay here. And we don't even bomb. Now, I'm not sure if we even sent bombers or if they just haven't flown yet. Maybe weather? I don't even know. It's been a few days since I sent the turn off and just got it back. So sometimes I lose track of what air units are flying and what aren't. All right, we're following up here at Tulagi with, I think this is going to be a combination, yeah, a combination of air and port attack. More port hit, one port hit. Well, that's a fuel hit. Now, also, it's heavy rain, so that's affecting that raid. Okay, it looks like that's basically it for air. Uh, oh, yeah. So we got a 45 centimeter torpedo, not the 53, but still. If we can get some fire into that fuel and or oil, that would be nice. On fire, heavy damage. Now, if it's not carrying anything, it may survive and be able to get back to base. Just sneak it into one of these dot bases or turn 8 or whatever. But we'll see. I don't hear a sink. There's a sinking sound. Is that the tanker? I don't know. All right, land phase. Let's see what happens here. Wenchow, the usual bombardment. We'll just get through. These are all bombardments, or so far. Alright, not sure why he hasn't done an attack here yet. And every turn we get pretty beat up by those bombardments. Right, bombardment here at Rangoon, especially after that battleship bombardment, but we hold pretty well. Alright, we're bombarding at Cooktown, and he's probably wondering the same thing, like, why isn't he attacking? I kind of wanted to see how our recovery of AV was doing, but we're only at 1176. We've got 100 to go before we're at what we had, but he's 160 or give or take less than he had. We're at about 100 less. So we'll probably do an attack soon. Just not 100% sure if I want to do one today or the next day. All right, we're doing a shock attack here. He's got this trashed naval guard unit, but he keeps retreating. I'm trying to destroy it. It seems like we're just punting it around, and I don't like. We want to finish it. What are you gonna do? All right, Fort Ord, Bundaberg, Humac, yeah. It's level 7 now. Try to get it to 9. Not that there's an urgency there. 8 would be nice too, simply because again you double up the aviation support. That is not assault value, but anyway. We'll look at the after action information as soon as this wraps up. Okay, destroyer air unit, Australian, that is. Okay. Okay, we've had good days against him, and this is like the exact opposite. In the air, that is. We've lost 31, he's lost 10. Not a good trade at all. Terrible. This is mostly due to Rangoon air battle. Now again, I forget that he did bring in a shore bombardment. It could have like messed with our pilots and also damaged aircraft so that when we flew high to encounter his Tojos, we were on our back foot already. But let's take a look here. Okay. So we lost 10 Hurricane 1s, 7 2Bs, 7 2As, and 6 2Cs. This is just nuts right here, right off the bat. So 14, 20, 30, 30 fighters over Rangoon. That's just crazy because we only knocked out 3 Tojos and 2 Oscars, so 30 to 5. Now we did take out some Sallies here, but I mean, if you look at the whole package, 30 to 8, it's just not it's not the kind of numbers I ever want to see again. We did lose only one C-33, and he lost a Topsy outside of what else we were losing here. Um, Now let's take a look at pilots. Um, we did only lose 6 killed for. I mean, I don't want to lose one, but 6 is better than 30. 14 wounded. So we should be able to recover from that. Also, I have a lot of hurricanes in reserve, like a lot in the pool. So that should be recoverable. Now, if we look at a ship sunk, we heard one sink, but let's see. Nothing shows up for the last turn. So I'm not going to bother with anything more on the statistics here. But I did want to, okay, full disclosure. This is actually, I'm showing you after I've done set up what I want to do. Basically, this is the setting of the turn just before I'm sending it to my opponent. Our invasion force of Baker is actually diverted to Canton Island. And one of the reasons for that is because we've got straggling artillery that were intended to go to Pago Pago and join up, but now they're being diverted to Canton. We're going to join up all these units and then go on to Baker. Now our bombardment group is here, and they'll be bombarding and then coming back and shuttling back and forth. And from now on, I'm just going to basically, every time the ships arrive here, we'll send them back out again. But also, we're bringing reinforcements here. The artillery regiment, I believe, or is it a battalion? Yeah, it's a battalion, but still, hey, 12 guns, I believe, is what's going to come with that. So we'll take it. So there's that. Then we slide over here to the South Pacific, and I'm picking up the Marine Raider Battalion because they're pretty trashed. And all that's going to happen now if he bombs it is we're going to lose these devices because they're all damaged. So now we're just going to lose them outright. So I'm going to save as many of these guys as I can. So that's literally um, until these guys are withdrawn, I'm only going to be picking them up. And then here at Ndeni, sorry, I don't even have anything to talk about in Ndeni. This is just building up, but we do have some support troops and various uh, pieces of units that are already at Ndeni. We're bringing them by transport up to Ndeni just to fill this out. But also some of what's coming are if I remember correctly, are base forces, 255th USN, so that we can, make this a legitimate base to operate from. And then the goal is to recapture one or both of these and work our way up here. Plus, even though this is not going to be that great of a port, it can be a decent heavy bomber base. And then I can project out up to maybe Shortlands because the idea, I think he's got a base here where he's bombing from with uh whatever, Betty, Sally's. That's probably how he's hitting Rennell. I doubt he's bombing out of her ball, although some of the range of the Japanese bombers is pretty far. But I'm guessing he's coming out of Shortland, so I need to build this base up ASAP, get as many engineers and so forth as I can to speed the process up, and then start bombing that. Right now, let's see, the E's would be at extended range, but the D's, I think, well, the 17, the B-24s would be at regular range. And I think the D's, B-17D has the same range as the B-24, yeah. Um, so once we get this base operational, literally we could fly B-24s and B-17Ds here. Now the E's could go as well, but they're going to be at extended range. The F's have even shorter range. So as the bombers get better, the range gets shorter. But then you have better defensive guns and things to keep the enemy fighters away. I don't have any Fs here, B-17 Fs. Yeah, I do. These 16, even extended range, won't be able to make it. So that's not, I don't like that. So those will have to be used somewhere else. All right, as we continue our route west and northwest, um, Cooktown is getting beat up. We are not attacking this turn, we are only bombarding. But that's because I want to rest the bombers. I think some of them anyway. And then they'll be rested, and then we'll hit it hard with our bombers, as well as an attack probably next turn. The AV didn't go up really at all. We saw 1176 in the combat summary, but it's 1174 here. And I have no idea if how much one more turn will give us. Um, all right. And this armored car battalion is chasing this naval guards unit. All right, as we continue to move through the Dutch East Indies, Batavia is definitely in trouble. Uh, I don't, I, it's just a matter of time at this point. I'm not sure what he's waiting on. And then continuing on up to Rangoon, we have a substantial force here to hold, and I think we will do that. I don't know why he's bypassing, but that's going to mess up our plans. Um, because then we're going to have a stalemate here and a stalemate up here, and I don't like that. I want to be able to move. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here like this and maybe even avoid Mandalay. One thought I have is have this British brigade, maybe station here where it's jungle rough times 3 terrain to hold, and then send the Chinese Corps and British divisions down here and get in the rear. I think that's what I'm going to do because then I'll have a lot of AV keeping moving, and I'll probably support pardon me, support this brigade with this 7th Armored until it gets withdrawn. We'll try to take advantage of this and utilize it. Like Also on the other side of the Japanese occupation, we've got the 254th Armored Brigade coming, as well as some infantry have arrived and are marching down the road. The 26th Infantry Brigade, uh, Indian Brigade, sorry, but it is infantry, and we'll move them down here as well, and then cross into this road, try to secure some of these spots back here, and maybe even cross into Prom. If not, maybe cross over here and then go up these roads. We are on the move with our reconnaissance regiment here, 45th Independent. We're gonna come around here now. Are we gonna come around here and slide here? Are we gonna come down and slide here? I don't know yet. Let's just see what the situation is, strategic situation is when we get around. I don't want to cross where there's troops and do a shock attack, but it is clear terrain. So if he has something like an infantry regiment, we could cross and hit it hard. These things, we do have infantry, but we also have these Humbers. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not trying to be real aggressive here. I just want to keep him guessing, keep him. Um, what I really want is to distract him enough he pulls these tanks out of prom and allows me to come in the back door. I bet he's got them here expecting me to do what I'm doing here. Um, so we'll see. I can't bomb them right now. I'm trying to get Akiab built up, and that's what's about to happen. Pardon me. I've got 30. Pardon me. I've got 32 aviation support and 5 here, so that's 37. That gives me enough for two two Hurricane squadrons or one American P-40 squadrons to park here. And now that's 5 range, but if we do drop tanks, we should be able to sweep here. And if we can get back to sweeping here, then we can be more aggressive. Okay, what I haven't talked about is I withdrew all aircraft that were ready. The rest of these are damaged. I couldn't withdraw them. Here's the thing. I'm going to leave this for Flak to hold at this point because, and we don't have any, well, we do have this Flak, but that's it. We may have Flak in some of these units though. But what I was going to say is at this point, I don't see us holding, being able to keep up with his sweeps. So I'm not going to put any more aircraft into here yet. I'm not saying ever, but certainly not yet. Plus, the base damage is starting to go up there, and so they'll be somewhat useless as well. Um, but as you may know, these bases are being built up, and we are certainly using this one. And this one is almost to level 4, and then we'll be shifting. We'll have bombers operating out of Imphal, Mietkina, and also Lashio. And then China is at a situation of its own, static, as we talk about every time. He somehow has enough troops to spread them out. Well, starting here, spread them out and cover every hex so that we can't get around and do some dastardly deeds. Uh, I could slide, like I'm doing in the south. I could slide some of these. I don't want to waste these guys though. Maybe the cavalry. Um, Split the cavalry corps and come down here and see what I can do, or at least scout out. Maybe that's what I'll do. Um, well, uh, anyway, just pointing out, and then we've got like different people in different positions down in this area, eastern China. So hopefully much to his chagrin, but making him chase us around. Anyway, that's kind of about it. I think I'm going to wrap it here and just say, of course, I'm certain there's a lot of things I'm missing, not playing optimally, not noticing, not responding too properly, not being aggressive enough, all the things. But feel free to comment and keep me posted on the things that you notice, or if you have questions and want to understand more about the situation that I haven't discussed, make sure and leave a comment. And I appreciate all the likes and all the subscriptions. Take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.